Hi there YouTube. I just wanted to do a video for the new year. It's been a long time since I've done a video at all. My last video posting was back in November. Yikes, I know. I can't believe how fast time has gone by. See from the title of this video, I'm sure you know already what I'm going to be talking about. What the video is primarily based on is the controversy surrounding the original formulation of Miss Dior Cherie versus the new formulation, which I believe, according to most sources, Miss Dior Cherie was reformulated in 2008. The fragrance was originally released in, I believe it was 05 or 06. I had trouble getting the exact date on that, but I guess if you need the specific information, you could just go to the Christian Dior website and you can find it there, probably. Anyway, and then I'm going to throw in two honorable mentions, two fragrances I've been wearing a lot this winter. Anyway, okay, I'm just going to go straight into it. So I'll show you what I have in my collection. I was recently really lucky. I swapped a bottle of fragrance that I had with another person, and she traded her bottle that she had of the original formulation of Miss Dior Cherie. I'll put this up close and you can see Miss Dior Cherie, and this is in the Eau de Parfum. So I have that. This is a 3.4 ounce bottle, so I was really lucky to get this, and hardly any of it is used at all, as you can see. And I have a bottle that I purchased probably about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit more. This is the new formulation of Miss Dior Cherie. The only thing, this bottle is missing the cap. I recently moved, so I am missing the cap to this bottle. But as you can see, I'm about a third of the way through this bottle. So I have worn the new version quite a bit. According to the website at Dior, according to Dior officially, the notes in the original formulation are, the top notes are green tangerine and strawberry leaves. Then the middle notes are violet, jasmine, pink jasmine, caramelized popcorn, strawberry sorbet, patchouli, and musk. Now those are the notes in the original formulation. The original formulation is much better. The new formula is everything that I just said to you, minus the sorbet and the caramelized popcorn accords. So basically, the original formulation, you can smell the difference just by smelling the caps on the bottles. At least I can. When I smell this right away, I get a lot more rose. I didn't see rose listed in the notes, but it's definitely got rose in it. I can definitely pick up on rose. And that caramelized popcorn, it's gorgeous. The original formulation is absolutely incredible. Like I said earlier, the bottles aren't really different. They both do have the bow. This one's, I'm missing my bow, but when I purchased it, it had the same bow. It's a metal bow with a lucite or plastic, kind of a square top, angled square top, with a sticker on the front that says Miss Dior Cherie Eau de Parfum. When the fragrance very first launched in 2005, the front of the bottle, the title of the fragrance was actually etched in the glass. It was Miss Dior Cherie, in lieu of a sticker, which it has in the last several years. They put stickers on instead. I guess it's cheaper. I'm not sure what that's about, but I suspect that it was a budgetary constraint. On the bottom of the bottles, you have that etched, textured houndstooth print, which I think is really cute. And then also the color of the liquid is slightly different. The new Miss Dior Cherie is more pinky, and the old formulation, the liquid is kind of an orangey, champagne-y gold. It's really pretty. It's pretty much what you'd expect, since it's missing that sorbet note and the caramelized popcorn. The new version just smells really flat to me. It just smells like a very run-of-the-mill rose and patchouli fragrance. It's not a bad fragrance by any means. I've worn this quite often and I do like it. It just doesn't have nearly as much depth and warmth as the original formulation. So now that I have the original, I do wear this much more often than the old version I have. This is an eau de parfum, so it does last a very long time. In terms of sillage, or throw or projection, whatever you want to call it, the original formulation has much better throw. It's a much stronger fragrance, and this will last on me anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, and the new formulation will last on me a mere 2 to 3. And they are both eau de parfum concentrations. So that's saying a lot. So I think I think Dior really is really kind of cutting down on quality, and I think it's a terrible decision. I know that this was launched in, like I said, '05, and so for 3 years, from 2005 to 2008, this fragrance has sold exceptionally well. The sales on this have been really good. It's a very popular fragrance. It's always in high demand. And then in 2008, they just changed it. So they changed the formulation. Then they kept the same name, Miss Dior Cherie, and then a little bit after that, they changed the name to Miss Dior. So now it's basically a completely different fragrance. It's a completely different fragrance with a new name, but with the same bottle, and the name is similar. So I just find that extremely confusing. I don't think that makes sense at all, especially since Christian Dior, the house of Christian Dior, does have another fragrance that was formulated several decades ago called Miss Dior. It's the original Miss Dior, and it smells nothing like the new Miss Dior. So the whole thing is just really disconcerting. I just really don't understand why they did that. I don't know. I find the whole thing confusing. I don't understand the marketing or the product development aspects of that. It makes no sense to me. I hear a lot of people say that the original formulation, it does kind of have a kind of malted, like sour champagne quality to it, and it does. And for that reason, that's why I wore this on New Year's, because it does smell a little bit like champagne. It does have a slightly malty, boozy quality to it. So it's just, to me, it's a very bubbly, celebratory fragrance. So this was great. It's also really good in cold weather. The difference is, and another thing too, is if I do wear this, I will wear this. It's not terrible, like I said. It's just not nearly as interesting as the original formulation. I'll wear this more in the summer. It's very light. It's just kind of a flat, thin rose patchouli fragrance. So I will give it some use. This to me is strictly winter. The original formulation is very heavy, very warm, and very kind of bombastic floral. So this one is much more oriental. All right, now next up is the two fragrances I've been wearing a lot this winter. And the name of the fragrance is Casmi, which I believe is French for cashmere. And this is by Chopin. Right off the bat, when I smell it, I get a dried peach with kind of a cocoa undertone. When I wear it on the skin, that's what I get. That's the first blast. As it mellows out, it becomes really ambery and musky, and then the final stages, you get a kind of a generic woody vanilla. So it dries down. It starts out kind of bright and exotic, and then it dries down to a very familiar, cozy vanilla. It's bright, but it's warm at the same time. Kind of like me. No, I'm just kidding. But I really like it. I just think it kind of fits my character pretty decently. And the next fragrance I've had for a couple of years, this is Estee Lauder's Sensuous Noir. And the packaging on this is gorgeous. The bottle, I don't know how well you can see it in this lighting, but it's a dark royal purple. And the cap is a rose gold, kind of like a copper. So that kind of rose gold with the dark purple, I think, goes really, really beautifully. This is a flanker, kind of like a spin-off to the original Sensuous that they created several years ago. And I like this better than the original. I have Sensuous as well, but I really love the Noir. This one, if I could really describe it, if you want the official notes, you can go to esteelauder.com or basenotes.net. But what I get from it is when I first smell it, it has a very salty, dry black currant, and then as it wears on the skin, it warms up, and I get a lot of the cocoa. There's a cream accord, and then I get a lot of woodiness and some patchouli. Actually, quite a bit of patchouli. It's almost as if you took Angel by Thierry Mugler and added blackcurrant and some other things to it. It kind of smells a little like, if you can imagine that. This is kind of, I guess that's a good way to describe it, at least in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I really like it. It's actually, I've been wearing this a lot this winter. And I've gone through quite a bit of this bottle. I'm almost halfway through it. This is just a 1 ounce bottle. But I really do enjoy this fragrance a lot. The funny thing about it is marketed to women. It is considered a perfume. This is an eau de parfum. And, but it's very masculine. Some of the notes that I remember reading were blackcurrant, pine, cocoa, creme accord, which kind of gives it a warmth, musk, and amber. And I think there's also incense as well. So it's just a very dark oriental gourmand. And I'm surprised at how much I like it. I really, really do like this. This is Sensuous Noir by Estee Lauder. It wears really well. It lasts a very long time. It has very good projection. And like I said, it's marketed to women, but it is very aromatic and woodsy. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Please comment and subscribe. If you have anything that you'd like to see me review, go ahead and leave it in the comments, or you may message me. Other than that, thanks for watching once again, and I hope your New Year is off to a good start.